Welcome everyone to the 230 Prospect 2016 Redesign Project, as presented by Esteban Interiors of La Jolla, California. My name is James Niebling. I am one of the principals and the president at Esteban Interiors. This design concept and presentation was developed by our design principal, Esteban Lopez, with the assistance from myself, our junior designer, Camille Adonga, and our assistant designer, Stephanie Lopez, all in collaboration with the design committee from 230 Prospect. This presentation was created to clearly communicate our proposed building enhancements and the materials and finishes associated with the proposed enhancements. Some of the main challenges we were charged with was to enhance the point of entry, improve the lobby and corridor experiences while unifying the corridor experiences across materials and finishes, and create an integrated rooftop with 3 zones. Doing all of this while protecting and preserving the historical integrity of this beautiful Thomas Shepard building. This first slide represents our rendering of the front entry or facade. The proposed enhancements to the point of entry will greatly improve the sense of arrival. The contrast color at the entry, the elevated front doors, and the upgrades to the lighting and landscape. These improvements add more prominence in the neighborhood and will build off the original Thomas Shepard design. This next slide shows the finishes and materials that we are proposing for the front entry or facade of the building. At the top left corner is an example of the front entry pull and push plate. This will be finished in oil-rubbed bronze. Adjacent to the pulls are square planters that are crafted from heavy gauge steel and dipped in zinc for durability. These will be planted with tall junipers to further enhance the entry and add the appropriate scale and relationship between the front of the building and the landscaping. To the right of these are ribbed sconces that will help brighten the entry and add a sculptural quality. Below these is an example of the proposed metal European-style entry door. This will help create interest while providing natural light to the lobby. Above the line drawing on the right is an example of the proposed metal property sign, which we are advocating to be illuminated from behind to create a warm glow to have the signage stand out at night and during twilight hours. This next slide displays our rendering of the lobby experience. We have proposed a neutral palette, and we are advocating to open the wall between the entryway and the staircase. The decorative barrier between the entryway and the staircase will be a custom brass metal fretwork that is surrounded by a wood cap detail that continues to reference the provenance of the property. This will allow for more natural light into the space, create a visual element, and a sense of a much larger lobby. The console in this image is in a brass-like finish with a marble top to reference the existing marble flooring, which we are proposing to clean and hone. The elevator walls are clad in a durable ribbed vinyl wall covering that enhances the chosen color palette and adds textural interest. In place of artwork, we have chosen to dress the walls with decorative picture molding, and within that add a durable digital wall covering. This requires the movement of the current location of existing mailboxes. The lighting features are a glass ball chandelier in the entry and a metal fretwork ceiling fixture above the elevator that echoes the custom brass staircase barrier. This slide shows the furniture, materials, and finishes that we're proposing for the lobby. At the top left corner is an example of the digital vinyl wall covering to be used as artwork within the picture molding. Adjacent to that is the metal fretwork ceiling fixture slated for above the elevator. To the right of that is the glass ball chandelier proposed for the entry. And in the top right corner is a detail of the ribbed wall covering for the exterior of the elevator and staircase wall. Below the wall covering is a detail of the custom brass staircase barrier, and to the left of that is the brass standoff we're proposing for all the stair handrails. Below those is an image of the lobby console table. To the left of the 2D elevation of the lobby are the wall and trim paint colors, as well as the trim profiles. The wall color we are proposing is a soft taupey gray, and the trim color is a coordinating rich medium gray. The baseboard profile you can see to the far left, and the door casing you can see in the bottom left corner. This rendering displays our hallway and corridor design proposal. We have extended the lobby colors, molding profiles, and are introducing a flat rectangular molding profile for the unit doors. We further unify the doors with corresponding brushed stainless lever hardware and deadbolt locks. The doors we're proposing to paint is the same rich medium gray color as all of the trim colors. Between the chair rail and baseboard, we're proposing a vinyl grass cloth-like wall covering, which will provide an accent and add durability to the lower part of the wall. The unit numbers are made up of a metal backplate with applied metal unit numbers and the doorbell. On the ceiling, there is a lighting soffit which will house indirect LED uplighting and downward-facing recessed LED can lights for improved pathway lighting and to add to a modern high-end look. We wanted to preserve the marble tile that extends from the lobby in the first floor hallway. Therefore, for the first floor only, we will be proposing a carpet runner that is stepped away from the perimeter of the hallway outline. This will enhance acoustics and provide an elegant hotel-like aesthetic. For floors 2 and 3, the carpet will go wall to wall. Here you see the finishes and materials that we're proposing for the hallway area. We would repeat the wall paint and trim paint colors that you see on the far left that were used for the lobby area. To the right of the paint colors is the unit plate or back plate in a medium bronze, the unit number, the doorbell, as well as the door hardware that you see to the right, the deadbolt and the lever options, would all be in a brushed stainless for coordination. On the bottom left, you see a detail of the carpeting that we're proposing. For the first floor, it would be a carpet runner, and for the second and third floor hallways, as well as the stairwells, it would be wall-to-wall. Below the doorbell, you see a detail of the wall covering that we're proposing below the chair rail, again in a vinyl material with the look and feel of grass cloth. To the right of the wall covering is the molding detail for the door casing at the top, and on the bottom is the profile for the plantons that we're proposing for each unit door. You can see the placement of all these details on the elevation to the right. Here we see an overhead or plan view of the rooftop. The rooftop has been divided into 3 zones. The zone on the right is the dining and elevator lounge. The zone in the middle is the Fireside Lounge, and the zone at the far left is the Seaside area. Enhanced lighting for the entire rooftop has been proposed for safety and enhanced visibility. The dashed line you see in the center illustrates the roofline overhang of the proposed Fireside Pavilion. This overhang will provide a visual cue and will allow for the use of LED recessed can lights for added nighttime illumination and additional sources of heat. The south and west parapet walls will receive the same composite decking material as the Fireside Pavilion area. The decking will receive LED uplights, which are indicated as the small dots you see on the plan view. The south and north parapet walls will receive clear glass windscreens indicated by a straight line on the drawing. There is also a green wall opposite the elevator with the lounge chairs and ironwood stump, and a green band of oval planters on the south wall that will sit on the perimeter decking. The first rooftop rendering is Zone 1, which we're calling the Dining and Elevator Lounge. One of the more exciting elements of the proposed design is the use of LED market lights above the dining area to create soft, ambient lighting. On the far right is the elevator lounge with intimate seating, the natural ironwood stump table, and a green vertical wall. A new barbecue is also part of the improvement of the rooftop space. The dining area is made up of a solid teak dining table and 6 stainless steel and vinyl mesh side chairs. You can also see to the far right the detail of the decking material that we're proposing along the parapet wall with the integrated lighting within the decking. In this slide, you'll see the proposed furniture materials for the dining and elevator lounge area of the rooftop. In the top left, you'll see the proposed teak dining table with the stainless steel dining chairs and market lights. On the right is an example of the lounge chairs, which are made of a woven or twisted Sunbrella fabric yarn for durability and weather resistance, accompanied by the ironwood side table. Below the lounge chair is the proposed barbecue, and to the left of that are the wall-mounted heaters, the downlighting, and the composite decking used throughout. Here you see our design proposal rendering for what we're calling the Fireside Lounge, or Zone 2 of the rooftop. Here you can see the detail of the proposed pavilion, which allows for built-in heating, integrated lighting, and retractable shades for sun control. We chose to follow the metal ribbon detail original to the building as a design detail for the supports of the pavilion. The flooring is a composite decking with integrated uplighting. The furniture is a mix of solid teak and stainless steel. We added a fire pit element for this lounge area, and you can see to the right and the very back of the rendering the glass windscreen detail mentioned before. With regard to the rooftop furniture materials, you see to the top left the solid teak sofa that we are proposing. The design calls for two sofas facing each other with the fire pit in between. The sofa will be in a rich charcoal gray fabric that coordinates beautifully with the sofa pillow fabric that you see to the right. This sofa pillow fabric will be in two accent pillows on each sofa. To the right of that fabric, you'll see the lounge chairs, which is in a stainless steel frame with a vinyl mesh seat and back. In between these two lounges, as you see below, is the mushroom side table, which coordinates nicely with the fire pit and the accompanying propane cover to conceal the propane tank that feeds the fire pit. Below the side table are the planters that we're proposing along the parapet wall, and to the left of those, again, are the details of the wall-mounted heater, the downlighting, and the composite decking that is used throughout. Our final rendering, or Zone 3, which we're calling the Seaside area, shows the detail with two counter-height solid teak tables and the coordinating seating. We have shown them pushed together for communal seating, but they can certainly be separated for more intimate gatherings. Within this rendering, you'll also see further detail of the composite decking along the parapet walls and the integrated lighting, a detail of the proposed planters, and also a detail of the glass windscreen. The furniture and materials for Seaside, again, are the solid teak counter-height table with the coordinating chair. We are proposing two sets of those for seating for 8. To the right, you'll recognize this fabric as the sofa pillow fabric that we proposed for the Fireside Lounge area. We're also proposing the same fabric for the seat cushions for the counter chairs. Again, you'll also note the repeated wall-mounted heaters, downlighting, and composite deck material at the bottom of this slide. Our final slide shows the rooftop heating zones. As mentioned before, the rooftop is broken up into 3 specific zones. Zone 1, the green shaded area, is the dining and elevator lounge. Zone 2 in the pink shaded area is the Fireside Lounge. And Zone 3 in the blue shaded area is Seaside. You'll note that in Zone 1, we're calling for 2 different sizes of heaters. Those are Unit A, which is 63.5 inches at 4,000 watts, and Unit B, which is 29.5 inches at 1,600 watts. The smaller size, or Unit B, is used over the elevator lounge area, and the circle illustrates the output or coverage area of that particular heating unit. Over the dining area, we're using the larger unit, or Unit A, at 63.5 inches. Again, the trapezoidal line shows the output or coverage of that particular heating unit. The same follows suit for both Zones 2 and 3. We're proposing the use of 4 of the Units B, or the 29.5 inch, for the Fireside Lounge area. And again, the 4 circles show the coverage or output of those 4 heating units. And then in Seaside, again, we're using the larger unit of the 63.5 inch, and the trapezoidal line shows, again, the output or coverage of that particular heating unit. This concludes our design presentation for the 230 Prospect 2016 redesign project. We hope you're as excited as we are at the design enhancement and upgrades. We appreciate the partnership, commitment, and hard work from the design committee at 230 Prospect. Much time and effort went into building a cohesive and exciting design plan. We look forward to the next phase of bringing this plan to reality. Thank you.